Internet. Today I wanted to talk about how we can buff Lili to be a strong A or B tier character. I'm going into this because my C tier video did pretty well. It was a small video, so if it wasn't long enough or well detailed enough for you, Kane has a long discussion on why she's bad on his YouTube channel, so you should definitely go check it out. To have some positive perspective about Lili, show some ways that can help her to be a decent character in this game, because honestly I don't understand why the balance team refused to buff Lili. It's always a very minuscule buff, or they buff her for one thing but then they take away something else. So maybe in T8 where she's a DLC character she'll be strong, but I guess that's how it rolls around here for some characters at least. But here are some things I think can help Lili be buffed in a fair and balanced approach. So starting it off, I want to talk about down 2-2. This changed from -4 to -2. I think you should definitely not be able to down 4-1 back immediately. Like if you don't know, like, oh, even if you're on hit and do it, at least be able to let me do 1-2s. That way you cannot always have that as your main option, because down 2-2 does jail and it's -10 on block. So sometimes if people do miss, they always just down 4-1 immediately. So that's one thing. And then down 2-2-4, to just get over this move really quickly, it's -17 on block, and I don't think, and it does nothing on counter hit. It's like absolutely garbage on counter hit. It does nothing compared to a lot of other people who have strings like this, and like especially like Lars 2-1-3 is a counter hit launch in the end and it's only -12. I think at least making this move counter hit launch and being -14 would totally help her. Like, I don't see why we have to be launch punished on a move that isn't even that good. Next, up back 1, I think it should definitely be linear, because this is how kind of really the character plays against. But having more range for sure, because I don't want you to do down 4-3 and people being able to backdash out of up back 1. Like I'm trying to catch, it's like kind of a counter hit fishing move. So I think that should definitely be buffed in that sense. And then also I think it should definitely be -3 on block, just safer frames, that way I can step and do more things, or even parry, because that would help along with it. Next, I think down 4-1, increasing the range and tracking to the attack. Like, because I mean, down 4-1 really hardly got touched. It's still trash. And maybe just switching the animation to a new animation, like her T6 while standing 1, switching it to that animation would be incredible. Would be so much better than this trash down 4-1. And mind you, like it has no range. You can still backdash out of it, and it doesn't track either side. So it really needs some help. And that's something that's a basic tool, Tekken 101 tool, that we Lili players really can't even use that often. We can't even throw down 4-1 because it's just that easy to step or backdash out of it. But I think changing that would be so helpful. The 3-3, like 3-1 or 3-2, the startup 3, it could be 14 frames. That way Lili has a 14 frame Punisher. I mean, 3-1 and forward 2-3 both do 32 damage. The only difference is that, you know, 3-1 wall bounces, and having this as an option for our 14 frame would be so helpful, especially when our opponent decides to do something like that at the wall. Or like similarly somewhat close to the wall, like this doing that now, you know, that would totally help. I don't know why that would, but that would totally help. So next move that I want to go over is down back 3, -8 to 0 on block. I don't understand why, especially when Julia and Asuka, and I'm pretty sure there's more other characters who have high moves. I get we have QCF 3+4, that's +6 on block, but other characters have this type of style of move and it's +1. All I'm asking for is to be neutral. That way we can, you know, 1-2, down 4-1, down back 2-1, you know, be able to actually pressure our opponents with something. Because I don't see why I can't even step after down back 3 when it's not even that good of a move. And the main reason you would want this to be able to use this move is because if you are counter hit fishing, you know, now you have something to go to the wall. So that would help. Next move I want to talk about is down forward 4. I don't understand why, you know, the second part animation should just knock down. It should just knock down, because I mean it's minus 15 on counter hit. You know, this would help. You know, and it's only +1 on counter hit. Like, what am I? Come on now. Especially for a minus 15 move, I think it should elite, or you know, it should just knock down. Because that's the have her get some Oki after that, especially for a minus 15 move. That pretty much is seeable as hell. So that would, having that at least knocked down would someone help you, give you a actual reason to somewhat attempt for this move, you know. Forward 2-3. I think the second part, for it to be a minus 15 move, why can't we hit confirm it? I don't understand why we can't hit confirm it. So just increasing the window and allowing us to hit confirm it would definitely help Lili in the long run, because there's been many times I done, for some reason, attempted to hit confirm just to make sure that the opponent is gonna get hit, you know. That's what hit confirming is. I'm slow. Down back 3+4. Okay, so this move on counter hit will whiff like so many times. Even point blank, it'll whiff like that right there. It'll whiff so bad and it won't combo for you. So I think the animation should just be changed, and just completely. It should just be completely changed to something that's more reliable and that we can actually do. Because sometimes I don't even attempt it in matches. Sometimes I just be like, all right, whatever. Let's just do this or do this or whatever else I would do at the wall. QCF3. I don't understand why. So down back 3, we were just talking about it. It's 24 frames. It knocks down, and so now you have wall pressure, or you know, you got Oki. QCF3 is the same amount of frames and is -2. And both moves, remind you, are supposed to counter hit launch. So what would be the actual purpose of using quarter circle forward 3 or crouching down forward 3? No reason, really. It's really no reason. And I guess you're only plus when you're at a distance, which is so stupid. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So I think that the move should definitely not be launch punishable. Like, I don't understand why this move should be launch punished. Like -18, same as this. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So I definitely think it should be to -18 to -14, and you know, maybe even force crouch on hit, because it doesn't force crouch on hit. Your opponent is still like, let me get the detail frame. Your opponent is not forced to crouch at all. And then maybe from -2 to at least neutral. I'll take that. I'll take that. Similar to Kuni's, how she has her set 3, at least something like that. Or even making the move -15. I don't really, but you know, buff it somewhat. We have to be able to use this move in a somewhat of an approach. Next, let's put her to the wall. Having this throw be closer on block would totally help, you know, because, you know, now we have a new move to use, and even having a little bit more damage maybe. But having that move be closer on block, that way we can actually set up Oki, because look how far she goes. Like, it's hard to even, you can barely even do a down 3 immediately after without it whiffing. So just that should be buffed. And the last move that I wanted to get into is her down back 3. I don't know why, but it's -1 on block. And then someone like Xiaoyu, who has a similar back turn, like down 3-4, she has something similar to that. Why is Lili's down back turn down 3? Why is hers -17? It doesn't make any sense when someone like Xiao has -12. It doesn't make any sense. So she should definitely get buffed on that. So it should go from obviously -1 on hit to 0, and then on block -17 to -12. I don't see why people should be able to punish us after this move. It doesn't make any sense to me. But having some of these quality of life changes would definitely help Lili. Tell me your comments down below what you think of the changes that I made. I think that was 11 changes altogether. But yeah, that's really it for the video, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.